Hello everyone, it is Erin Floto, and we are migrating from March to April. So usually my plan with me's are really just me doing the bare minimum setup. I set up each of the pages, and then the migration is where I actually do my planning process and I start moving things from the previous month into this month. Now I am filming like a week ahead of the end of the month. So a lot of things for March, I will actually not be able to mark off really, or kind of like finalize, just because of what is going on this week. And then the video is going to be out Friday, and Friday is not even the end of the month. It's close because that'll be the 28th, the 28th. So it'll be close, but no cigars. Like, I won't be able to tally up all of my habits and things like that. But I do want to kind of walk you through what's going on in March. That way it kind of informs us moving into April. So March was my sun and feathers. I can't remember what I called the theme. So I have my master task list here, and you kind of already saw the preview that I wrote down on these little notepads, what I am moving from March to April. A lot of this is going to continue to be moved over. In fact, the G drive migration, I am moving over just because there's still going to be some residual effects, but I will be off next week and it is due next week. So there's a little bit of weirdness there, but there are follow-up sets to it. So the initial part is going to be done before the end of the month, and then I will have to do the second part of that. Anyways, we're not getting super into that. So we have my master task list that I will be moving over. I am changing things up from a master task list to a dashboard. Now, the reason why I wanted to do this is because on my dailies, I have been adding like the weather, my mood, if I'm doing exercises, what my steps are, how much I'm sleeping, all of that kind of stuff. I want to consolidate it a little bit more. So I'm going to have my master task list over here. I'm going to do a gratitude log because I think with the way things have been going in this climate, I need to look at more good things than bad things. So I need to focus on good things. So I need to focus on what I'm grateful for. So that's why I'm going to include a gratitude log this time around. And then I am also going to include a mood tracker. So I'm going to have 1 through 31, and then I'm going to have the moods down here. So that way I don't have to include that on my dailies. I have the to-do list items, the task list over here, and then gratitude and mood is when we move into the month. And then I also have an idea for my habit tracker. Now I am tracking more habits than I did previously. So this is the same type of tracker that I did for January. I'm having trouble keeping up with this one. I'm going to be quite honest with you. But I think that's just because we are in about to be in month 4 of baby boy's life. Actually, the day that I'm releasing this, he is 4 months old. And, well, tomorrow of the day that I'm releasing this. He'll be 4 months old on the 29th. And if you know anything about 4-month-olds and 3-month-olds, this time period is a little rough. So I'm actually adding more habit trackers, but I'm hoping it'll go better. I don't know why, but I'm hoping it'll go better. Probably won't, but we can hope. So I'm going to switch from this type of habit tracker back to the individual ones, mostly because this is tried and true for me. I did this all of 2024, and I do love a habit tracker, an individual habit tracker like this. It helps me focus on like that habit in particular. And this type of habit tracker, I really, it sounds stupid, I'm really focused on the how it looks rather than what I'm actually accomplishing. like getting these diagonal lines, but then that doesn't have anything to do with that habit in particular. So this habit tracker has always really worked for me. Moving on, we have March milestones. I am doing milestones again. So I have a page for milestones. Again, it's going to be the same thing. Probably, maybe not actually. I might just do like with the squares, similar to how this is set up, and then put whatever the milestone is instead of trying to draw. Because honestly, I'm having a hard time deciding, okay, what am I drawing for big laughs, right? Like he is getting those belly laughs now. And listen, I'm not a very good person at drawing faces, especially. That's why I didn't do touching faces, to be honest with you. I'm not great at it. I'm good at like little clip art style things. That I'm fine with. Faces and details like that, no, not my strong suit. So it's probably going to be less of those types of things, especially since so much of the development is like him working on standing or something. Like I can see myself doing an up arrow, but I won't, like, how do I really draw that he's standing without drawing a whole baby standing? And that is, again, just not my strong suit. So that is going to be milestones for the baby. And then I talked about this in the migration video from February to March. I really liked the idea of doing all these stars just for like the aesthetic of it. Practice, not so much. I said I wasn't going to miss putting my meeting calendar on my my meeting schedule on my calendar, but I am missing it. So I want to go back to putting work stuff on my calendar. So this is all of the just regular calendar things I have to put in. And then I have a space for goals over here and me writing down my goals. So that is all the stuff that I've done, like preparing for moving to April. So let's take a full look at what we're dealing with so far. Master task list, habits, and goals. The goals have not gone well, by the way. March milestones, calendar. We have week 1. We have the second week, the third week, and here we are in the 4th week. It is the 24th. Again, I took off of work. I will be having the March review here, and I'm also going to do a quarterly review. Yeah, so this is April. So this is going to be a quarterly review. This is going to be March's review. So my thought process, because I want to explain why I'm doing the things I'm doing. That's something that I see in comments a lot, is like, you're not actually planning with me. You're just setting things up and then I see it, versus me talking things out. So my thought process is, for the quarterly review, it's mostly going to be memory keeping highlights. I might add like kind of a dashboard element for the quarterly review, and then highlights. And then for March's review, I'm going to keep consistent with what I have been doing. So I've been doing a level 10 life, what worked, what didn't, tweaks and changes. I'm going to look at my goals, look at my habits, and then provide a review. So that is the page that I'm going to set up today. I'm going to set up the quarterly review page in a different video, because it is not, that's not really migrating from March to April. It's looking at back at the quarter. So I will set up March's review page. I do have an extra page here. I might switch this into a Dutch door. Maybe not. I don't really know. I don't think I have enough. Like, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But I'm going to leave this here. If I need it, I need it. If I don't, I'll turn this into a quote page and put it on social media somewhere. So let's go ahead and set up the March review. So, like I said, it's going to be a hard time trying to fill this out. I did set it up so you can kind of see where I'm going with all of this. And I can give you some insight as to how things are going to get filled out. I'll probably fill these out over on social media though. So go check it out on TikTok Shorts, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, or Instagram. So that way you can see how this turns out. And I'm sorry that I'm not able to do it for this particular video. So goals are probably going to be lower than last month. Last month, I had a 7, but I did a lot of the goals. This month, things have not gone great. My goals were prep videos for April ×4. I prepped 1. So that's good. I did research the physical stickers. I will be starting the physical stickers. It's going to be hard. I'm probably going to limit quantities and try to do like certain releases and release dates. And it's probably going to be like a 2-week timetable for me to ship them out just because of everything going on. But stickers will be available. Yoga every day in the evening has been going fairly well. I've only missed a couple of days, and I would call that as like successful because I am doing some sort of stretching every day in the evening, mostly because I can't really get into bed unless I stretch. Skincare routine 4 times a week. I've been getting better. I did not do great the first week, but I have been doing a lot better. That might be close. I'll have to calculate over time and see how it goes. And then over 5K steps at least 4 times a week. Clearly that has not been going well. So it is how things are going this month. So that's going to be considerably lower, probably closer to a 4 or a 5. Probably closer to a 4. Fun will probably be about the same. We have been doing some more stuff. Work is, if it could go lower, I would make it go lower. So that's going to stay at a 1. Family is probably going to go down to a 7.5. Not because of my immediate family. It has to do with something else. Health, I have at a 6. I will probably keep health at a 6. Business, I have at a 6.5. I'll probably move that up to 7.5. I have been keeping on top of things. Finances, we have at a 7. That will probably go up to either a 7.5 or an 8. We have like kind of gotten back into the groove. We've been saving money. We've been doing a really good job at our no spend, low spend, whatever we are calling it. I'm going to have to fix this again. Environment, I'm going to keep at a 9. We, in fact, just redid our living room the other day. It works much better for us now. And then I have switched this. I have overall here. I am switching it to overall life and overall work. So work, finances, and business are going to be together in overall work, and overall life is going to be everything else. I didn't like how my overall went so far down because of work. That doesn't really seem fair to me because nothing that is going on at work is my fault. It is the environment that we are currently in. And that's all I can really say about that. I'm sorry. One day I'll be able to talk more in depth about what's going on with work, but this current environment, I cannot at all talk about it. What worked, what did not, tweaks and changes. So usually I do kind of everything. I start with like doing my bullet journaling, and then I move into like other life areas. So what worked? To be honest, not quite a lot worked. Bullet journaling wise, I mean, my dailies are the creme de la creme right now. Like that is what is working month in, month out is dailies. So it would probably be something to that effect. And then usually I try to get into like my goals also of like what is working, what's not. Incorporating gratitude is probably going to go here. Sorry, I'm trying to look and see. Blocking out mornings continues to work. Social media is not going quite as well. So social media would be going here. Achieving goals will be going here. And then tweaks and changes into April, we'll probably put like the dashboard. How I'm tracking my habits needs to change. Being more graceful with my goals. I think I need to stop putting X amount of days for my goals, even though that is kind of what I have here. But I kind of think I need to stop saying, hey, this many days a week, and put like, hey, I want to do this many days in a month. And hopefully that averages out to that in a week. So that I think I'm going to make that change now that I'm thinking about it. So goals, I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to go through the goals and just write like a little blurb. The habits, going to kind of do the same thing. When I calculate how many of each, I'll put them in each of the stars. And then I will journal my thoughts and feelings down here in the review section. This is going to be the quarterly. So now let's go ahead, migrate forward to April. I'm going to do my task list off camera and then come back. Actually, I'm going to do a lot of this off camera and then come back because I'm going to film a lot of these things for TikTok. But this video is mostly about like, hey, why am I planning this way? And why am I migrating this way? And what have I been migrating? So I'm more comfortable kind of talking about the process here. And then the short form videos are going to go over on the other social medias. That way I can kill two birds with one stone while I am doing this video. Okay, so I have my dashboard in. I messed up a little bit, but to be honest, it really doesn't bother me all that much. So I had these like sectioned off based on the ones that I already wrote down, but I wanted to have space for the other, for like one more space after. So for some reason, I didn't do that on home. Like I left two spaces instead of just like the one space. So then I didn't start business in the right spot. I kind of don't really know what happened. And so then I left two spots. I don't know what happened. But again, it doesn't really bother me all that much. I have space at the end of all of these, so that way I can still write and include more stuff. Probably could have kept more space because I do have a few extra lines down here, but I figured if I needed more space anywhere, it was probably going to be in the business area. So I have work, home, business. Then I have gratitude 1 through 30. I don't know. I'll probably do like a design right here because I really don't need this space for anything else because there's only 30 days in April. And then I have a space 1 through 30 for moods. And then I have the colors here. So the light pink is great/happy. The bright pink is productive/accomplished. The purple is okay/meh. The yellow is sad/frustrated. I was going to do blue, but blue is right here, so can't really do that. And then orange is angry/overwhelmed, which I've been a lot lately. And then for habits, I have exercising 8,000 steps. That is my goal this month, is to hit 8,000 steps, which you'll see over here. Closing my rings on my watch, meeting my water goal for the day, eating healthy for the day, PM protein snack. This was something that I did during my pregnancy that worked out really well with my gestational diabetes. And I'm wondering if it will work out well for my PCOS, is to have that PM protein snack. So I'm going to experiment this month and do that. Gratitude. So filling out this gratitude log, that should be a given, but we'll see. Self-care, doing any sort of self-care activity, whether it's taking a longer shower, doing an everything shower, going and listening to an audiobook while I'm doing something else. Those types of things are self-care for me. Reading, mostly, which usually this happens because when I'm nursing at night, I usually read, or which I just read a Kindle book. And then I have been listening to Sunrise on the Reaping, Over the Reaping, on the Reaping, whatever it's called, the newest Hunger Games book. I have been listening to that. I'm on part 3 of the audiobook. So I may be past that, but I also got Onyx Storm because I have to realize that I am not reading physical books right now. It is extremely difficult for me to get a physical book and read it at any point. Then I have post to socials, YouTube video, and design. I kind of messed up there. So you'll kind of see that these have like tiers. So this is like kind of nutrition based, like putting things into my body. This is fitness based. This is mental health based. And then this is business based. So that's kind of how I have my habits laid out here. And then let me go ahead and put everything in here as well. Okay, so I have all my appointments in here, and then I have my goals: 5 days per week, walking, 8,000 steps per day, yoga 5 times per week, strength 4 times per week, begin orders for physical stickers. So that is what I've got there. And then again, I have milestones, and then I will move on to the first week of April. So that is everything, I think, for the migration over Caesars. So I think that is everything for the migration. That's what I've got for you today, at least. And I hope that this video and my thoughts and trying to fill things out were helpful when it comes to you and how you are deciding to move forward for your own bullet journal. I feel like talking out the creative process is helpful for me, so hopefully that is helpful for you as well as to why I'm doing the things that I am doing. So thank you so much for migrating into April with me, and I will see you in April. Bye everyone.